Hi, Dot Coffee or Cynical here. I want to talk about something that I somehow got dragged into, and this is the Kirby OC tournament on Tumblr. Just an FYI, but I've most likely gotten something wrong, and I do have some personal biases. Now, for those who don't really know, an OC is an original character, usually made to go inside of a media, like Sonic, or in this case, Kirby. These characters are not canon to the media, though. I have a good video explaining what OCs are in the description. Back to where we were. I'm going to be splitting this video into a few segments. Also, quick note, this is from my point of view, so yeah. Also, please do not harass anyone mentioned in this video or me. Now, I know this sounds really fucked up, but it is, from what I know, an ongoing problem. This happened on multiple occasions, and it's just not okay. Surprisingly, it has been some of the mods doing this. A friend of mine was one of those people who've been hurt by this. For a bit of context on what I'm about to say, the OC Tournament Discord server used to have a vent channel, which from what I know, went from all ages to 16 plus to non-existent. Funnily enough, the community's attitude got worse as this happened, but it could also just be it growing. So why is this vent channel important? Well, this person, I know, has mental health challenges, and would commonly use the vent channel as a safe space to talk about what they were dealing with. But after that channel was taken down, they started venting in general chat channels. Another note, around this time there was a new no self-defamation rule, which honestly made everything worse, just because of the toxic positivity that was starting to spring up. And this person was talking about how they've been feeling pretty bad lately and their mental illness. However, the mods took this as self-defamation, and after a few times of venting and the mods getting mad at them, this person left the server. And only did they find out sometime later, after wanting to rejoin the server, that they were banned. And not just with a chance of appeal either, they got permabanned for venting about something that they genuinely needed help with, and instead of just actually finding a way to help this person, the mods just banned them. It's really immature how they handled it, and this is a minor bringing up serious mental health topics, and then they proceed to act like it doesn't matter. Another thing that's happened, in fact still happening as of writing the script, is an adult straight up harassing a minor via in and asks. Non-Tumblr users are probably wondering what an in and ask is, or an ask. An in and ask is just an ask but anonymous, which is where people send questions to other blogs or creators. And yes, they could have turned off in and asks, but I think harassing someone to the point where they need to know exactly who's talking to them is not okay. I have no clue how long it's going on for, but nonetheless, it's not okay. The thing that's even worse is that this person is a mod and has not had any consequences for this behavior. Now, how do I know that this person is sending the asks? Well, their writing style is incredibly similar to those of the asks, and also this person has a grudge against the person they're sending the asks. And then there's a case involving me. Yay! What happened is not as extreme as the other stuff, but it's still not okay. Basically what happened is I shared my opinions on the currently falling apart situation of the tournament as a whole. I got dogpiled on, and this all happened at once. I was so stressed out, I left the server entirely. I had already lost during both of the, tournament brackets, so I don't have anything to do with that server anymore except being in it. The main thing people were upset about with me saying and sticking with is the fact that minors can go through serious mental illnesses and such. Now, the reason I'm going to talk about this is because the server and tournament as a whole is 13 plus, and due to that, the Kirby series appeal to kids, and the fact that the RP is one of the main parts of the server. So, this is more just me being petty, but roleplay is a main part of what the server is used for, and when it comes to RP, there's 13 plus, and then there's 16 plus RP. You're probably asking, hey Dot, what's the big deal? Well, I'll tell you. First off, there's barely anything to let people know what's 16 plus and what's not. there were only really just general rules that were don't be too sexual or violent and nothing else. This has led to most of their role plays being 16 plus, despite the fact that they could also be fine for people who are 13 plus. The only reason I know this is because a mod told me 4 days after leaving. Another thing there is that you can't actually block people under 16 to read the RPs. It's just a little tag in like the post of the RP that says 16 plus. You can't even tell if they're reading. You can only tell if they're following like the thread. So you're basically really only protecting those people from interacting with the RP, but they can still view it. I know this because one time I was looking at an RP to see if it has a 16 plus tag or a 13 plus tag, just to make a ratio of 13 plus RPs to 16 plus. So, this is probably the most recent topic I'll be talking about in this video. So, if you've been living under a rock, you probably don't know what any kind of botting is, let alone pull botting. Botting is when you use a bot or computer program to do something for you, whether it be getting views or likes on social media, or in this case, using the bot to get votes for an OC in a tournament poll. Now, what's very annoying is how poorly they've handled the situation. I've collected some images of these quote-unquote call-out posts. And when it comes to bots, I don't have much of an opinion other than using bots for your own gain is kind of... Here's some other stuff I'd like to bring up. First is the tournament host bribing people into voting her OC and then making bribery something you can't do at all. And then there's also major favoritism. I know that an OC tournament is about which OC gets the most people to vote for them, which is kind of a popularity contest, but either way, the favoritism is, like, not okay. Like, you'll have OCs that are absolutely beloved by the community, and then OCs that get no recognition at all. No one wants to interact with their creators either. So, that's not fun. The removal of minors being involved in any kind of help with the tournament. I have no clue why, but Mooniverse, the host of the tournament, has made it so no one under the age of 18, despite the fact that she's barely an adult, being 19 as writing this. So she kicked all mods who weren't over 18, and I'm pretty sure with the logic she has, she won't be letting any minors hosting the tournament. And she's also made it seem like the problem with last year's tournament was the host is a minor, which doesn't really mean anything. This person is in high school and is going to graduate soon. They are almost an adult. Anyway, thank you for listening to me ramble about this shitty situation. Please do not send hate to anybody who you think might have something to do with this, or even people who you know have something to do with this. It's unkind. Thank you for watching.